We got UFC 314 this weekend. This is going to be an elite card. Top to bottom, pretty stacked. Main card, incredible. Dominic Reyes, Nikita Krylov. This is going to be a great fight. Bryce Mitchell, Gene Silva. A lot of hype going into this one. People say CTE versus Autism. Yair versus Patricio Pitbull. Bellator guy making his debut. Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. That'll be a great fight. And then we end off with Volk versus Diego Lopes. Pretty good prelims as well. We got Danny, Xaionan, Woodson, Xaionan, Jandiroba, Jim Miller, Chase Hooper, and Darren Elkins versus Julian Erosa. I'm taking this motherfucker. Trayshawn Gore. I'm going to take Suma Dwergy. I think he's going to put on a good performance. And I'm going to take Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Now the fights that I actually give a shit about. Darren the Damage Elkins versus Julian Erosa. A bit of an unk battle here. Julian Erosa is 35, I believe. Yeah, 35. And Darren Elkins is in his 40s. So Darren Elkins is, of course, on a 2-fight win streak over TJ Brown and Daniel Pineda. Got a rear naked choke finish over TJ Brown. He's still good in his old age, right? But TJ Brown isn't exactly like an elite fighter. I'm pretty sure the guy only has like 3 or 4 wins in the UFC, and he's lost all the rest of his fights. Daniel Pineda as well, on a 3-fight losing streak as we speak. Daniel Pineda has only really been in there with good fighters like Alex Caceres and Nathaniel Wood, but like, you know, going to a unanimous decision victory over him isn't exactly that impressive.
No. Impressed.
Julian Erosa, on the other hand, he's actually okay. You know, he's lost here and there to guys like Alex Caceres, and like early on in his career, he wasn't exactly the greatest. I'm pretty sure he was at one point on like a 3 or 4 fight losing streak.
Damn!
In his last 2 fights, he beat Christian Rodriguez and fuck, I have to look at it now. Ricardo Ramos, that's it. Both by guillotine. Pretty good jiu-jitsu. Decent enough striking, and if they get to the ground, I see it being a washout, right? Better wrestling, he's able to scramble better, he's younger. I think he'll have better cardio in this matchup. I think he's gonna either sub him or win a unanimous decision victory. Next up, Chase Hooper, the GOAT.
Why'd you do that to my dad?
Who's that?
My father is Ben Askren. Shout out.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Versus Jim Miller, the Unk. Chase is, of course, on a 4-fight win streak right now. Got an armbar in his last fight against Clay Guida. Pretty impressive. Who does that to Clay Guida, man? Vyacheslav Borshev, he fought before that. He was able to get the Darce choke finish over him on a random fight night card. Then he beat 2 other bums, I think, by sub as well. He's not exactly beating elite competition. I mean, Clay Guida is on a 3-fight losing streak as we speak. Vyacheslav Borshev, his last fight was against Tom Nolan, and he lost unanimous decision. Jordan Levitt as well, coming off of a loss. Jordan Levitt is actually an okay win. I'd say that or Clay Guida is his best win. This kid was never meant to be a featherweight. He was killing himself to make the weight. Should have been a 155er the entire time. And Jim Miller, on the other hand, is out here getting completely dominated by fucking Bobby Green, bro. Queen Green. He did beat Damon Jackson in his last fight, but it's Damon Jackson, bro. And some other guy, I think he subbed as well. In his last 5 fights, he's 3-2. But again, it's like Gabriel Benitez is on a 2-fight losing streak right now. The guy he beat before, Gabriel Benitez, hasn't won a fight in the UFC. Damon Jackson as well, 2-fight losing streak. I mean, Damon Jackson is fucking 4-1 in his last 5. Like, this is meant to be a guy that Chase Hooper can style on and get a clean sub victory, and I could see him doing it in the 2nd round. I think he's gonna get a early or late 2nd round sub. I could see him doing it via Darce choke. And he's old, right? He's 41. He has the most fights, I'm pretty sure, in UFC history. And, yeah. He's got miles on him, right? I don't trust him to win fights anymore. I don't think I'll ever pick him to win a fight. I did pick him to beat Damon Jackson, but yeah, he's not beating Chase Bronx Hooper. All right, next up, folks, we got a decent enough fight for women's MMA. I'm pretty sure it's the number 3 ranked versus the number 1 ranked fighter in the strawweight division. Xaionan versus Vernon Jandiroba. It's a bit of a coin flip, right? Xaionan looked really good against Zhang Weili. Nearly got subbed in the first round, but after that, she was actually doing decent in that fight. Was able to make it the full 25 minutes. Vernon Jandiroba, in her last fight, she beat Amanda Lemos via first round submission. Or sorry, it was second round submission. Armbar. Before that, unanimous decision over Lupi Godinez, Marina Rodriguez, and Angela Hill. Angela Hill, I've never rated that highly. Same with Marina Rodriguez, Lupi Godinez as well. I think Yan Xiaonan does have better wins. She KO'd Jessica Andrade, beat Mackenzie Dern, and in her last fight, she beat Tabitha Ritchie. These are all better wins, in my opinion, than what Jandiroba has. Jandiroba has one armbar finish over Amanda Lemos. Dan Ige versus Sean Woodson. Now, Dan Ige seems to have a special ability to KO anybody that's outside of the rankings. He'll KO Damon Jackson. He'll KO Andre Feely. But if you're ranked like Diego Lopes, Lerone Murphy, or Bryce Mitchell, he'll look half decent against you, and he'll lose. Lost a unanimous decision to Bryce Mitchell. He's on a 2-fight losing streak right now. Rocked Lerone Murphy in his last fight in the first round, but then kind of fell off after those moments of success. I think Lerone Murphy's pretty decent, so I'm not too mad about that loss. Filled in on 6 hours notice against Diego Lopes. Had moments of success against him in the third round. Won the third round of their fight. Lost the previous 2, in my opinion. And then he had a back and forth first round against Andre Feely. Landed a clean straight right. KO'd him. Good KO. Sean Woodson, I just think he's been on another level recently. This weirdly built 6'2" man at 145 pounds has been on a run. He has. It's undeniable. He KO'd Fernando Padilla in his last fight. Randomly got KO power. Randomly decided to sit down on his punches. For that, went to a unanimous decision victory over Alex Caceres. Beat Charles Jourdain via split decision, which I actually thought he lost. Yeah, and before that, he's like out here having a split decision fight against Charles Jourdain, who is a pretty good fighter, but he's way better at bantamweight than he is at featherweight. I think Sean Woodson will do better at range, obviously. A lot lankier. He has way bigger reach, bro. Look at that shit. Ige is very dangerous in the first rounds, and he's able to wear on guys, as we've seen in the Diego Lopes fights. And he does have that weird ability to just knock you out or embarrass you if you are not ranked. Fuck it, bro. I'm taking 50k. I think he'll KO him. Move on to the main card now. We got Nikita Krylov and Dominic Reyes. Reyes on a 2-fight win streak. Krylov on a 3-fight win streak. KO'd Alexander Gustafsson. Won a unanimous decision over Volkanovski. And then, I forget what his last fight was. Fuck. Oh yeah, Ryan Spann. Got a beautiful triangle choke in the first round. Nikita Krylov will come at you with everything he's got from the opening bell. Very dangerous in the early rounds. He actually has decent cardio too. He's able to go the full distance with Volkanovski, but then you see him getting subbed by guys like Paul Craig. Paul Craig submits everyone, so like it is what it is. His only other losses are to like Glover Teixeira, Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz. These are pretty good people to lose to. I mean, Blachowicz is still top 5, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not now that he's lost to Carlos Ulberg. He's got wins over like Johnny Walker or over in St. Preux. Krylov's very good. He's just been out for a really long time. 2 years, I think. Reyes, in the meantime, has been busy getting KO wins over Anthony Smith and Dustin Jacoby. Jacoby himself got a pretty good KO in his last fight. So, it's a win that's aging decently well. I think Dominic Reyes has some crazy power. Got better boxing, cleaner striking. He's got good body kicks. I think Krylov is probably a better grappler. This one's a very close fight. I just have a feeling that Dominic Reyes is on a better run. Like, he hasn't been out for 2 years. But he is chinny, man. I just don't think Reyes will be able to get hit clean. I think he'll stuff most of the takedowns. I think he'll be able to get back up if he does get taken down. Like, I don't see Krylov actually subbing him. And I feel like he'll be there pushing the pace in the third rounds. Because he always comes at you. We've seen it in the Yuri Prohaska fight. Even in the Jan Blachowicz fights. Like these fights where he gets KO'd. He'll come at you. and he will bring the fight to you. So will Nikita Krylov. This is going to be a banger. But I think Reyes either wins a split decision or he KOs him in the third. Next up, we got a massive fight with a lot of tension going into it. Bryce Mitchell dropping the fucking coldest one-liners of all time. Low-key getting the crowd back on his side. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy fight. I'm picking Silva by KO, though. I think he's going to knock him out in the second or third. I think Bryce is really chinny after that Josh Emmett KO. Took some crazy big shots against Topuria as well. Silva just doesn't have that kind of wear and tear on him. He's undefeated in the UFC. Got a lot of momentum going into this fight, right? I mean, KO'd Melsik Bagdasaryan in the first round. Drew Dober was unable to continue. Got TKO'd because of the cut on his eye. He's landing beautiful spinning elbows into 1-2s against Drew Dober. And yeah, he was just having fun out there. KO'd Charles Jourdain as well, who, to be fair, I believe should have been at bantamweight his whole career, but still a good win. Weston Wilson as well, just fucking mogged that guy, absolutely destroyed him. Actually had a pretty competitive fight on the Contender Series, but still got the unanimous decision. I just think this kind of style Bryce Mitchell doesn't do well with. To be fair, in the first round of Charles Jourdain versus Silva, Jourdain, I think, actually won by wrestling. He would get KO'd later, and that is where I think Silva will find something on Bryce Mitchell. I think it'll be in the clinch. He'll land like an uppercut in close, and then like a combo on the break, and Mitchell will get caught with it. Mitchell actually does have underrated boxing, but like, I don't know, man. Silva just has crazy power at 145. And yeah, he's a fucking clip farmer as well. Holy shit. Patricio Pitbull versus Yair Rodriguez. This is another really cool fight. Yair and Diego Lopes just randomly started beefing at the press conference. Patricio Pitbull got a few one-liners in there. Got a bit of hype for Yair Rodriguez to potentially fight Diego Lopes in the future. 37 years of age versus 32. I don't think that's a factor, though. I think Patricio Pitbull will win this. He's got better grappling than Yair. Yair gasses after the second round. Honestly, like, he's good for like a round and a half, and then he'll start to gas. It's pretty brutal. But Patricio Pitbull knows how to put a pace on people. He's had the occasional slow performance in Bellator. Rodriguez will have the reach advantage, but I don't think that'll matter. I think Patricio Pitbull will be able to get in on the inside and land boxing combinations, and then clinch up, maybe land some knees and elbows. Which Yair is good at doing himself, but like, he's just not to the same level. He also doesn't have the same level of jiu-jitsu. He's got like a triangle off his back that he caught Josh Emmett with. Well, he actually did look good against Ortega and then just got subbed. Just a weird performance, man. And also, Bellator guys, when they make their debut, bro, they have plot armor. Michael Chandler did it. MVP did it. It's a thing. I want Yair to win, kind of, though, because I want to see that Diego Lopes fight. Like, if Lopes loses this fight and Yair wins, like, with a KO, like, he KOs Patricio Pitbull, he KOs this fucking 5'5" midget, and then he calls out Diego Lopes right after that fight, that would be massive, bro.
Dude.
Mate, Paddy the body lad. All fucking 5'10" of them versus this little man, Michael Chandler.
Conor McGregor!
Dude, the more I think about this matchup, the more I am weighing towards Chandler, bro. On paper, I'm still saying fucking Yair Rodriguez. Michael Chandler is, in theory, a nightmare matchup for everyone in the 155-pound division. Pretty good wrestling. Kind of scary KO power. The fact that he was just able to hit Dan Hooker with that left hook and pretty much shut his lights off and then ground and pound after was just fucking holding his head down and feeding him with punches. He's explosive. Random front kick up the middle after getting rocked in the first round against Tony Ferguson. These are good wins. You know, Ferguson was ranked number 7 at the time, I believe. And I think Dan Hooker was also ranked when he beat him as well. He's also been in there with guys like Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje in these big fights, these big 5-round fights. And while he did get finished against Poirier, he made it the full distance against Justin Gaethje. Paddy's best win is Bobby Green, bro. I do think Paddy has a good chin. I don't see Paddy getting chinned in this fight. Like, I don't think Chandler will just fucking flatline him. But I can see him having a really good round 1, then maybe taking round 2 off, and then finishing strong in the 3rd round, having like a Diego Lopes, Brian Ortega type performance. I could also see the possibility where fucking Paddy Pimblett rocks him, and then Chandler shoots in and gets caught in a fucking guillotine or a darce I could see that happening. He's got sneaky good jiu-jitsu, but I don't know. I think Chandler's ground and pound is superior. I think his wrestling is superior. But he did get subbed by Poirier, dude. Fuck. It's such a hard fight to predict, man. It's a good matchup, and I actually do like this fight. I wish Pimblett was fighting Moicano, of course, but I'm still glad we're getting this fight. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna stick with my gut on this one, and I'm gonna say Michael Chandler. Alexander the Great Volkanovski's getting his fucking belt back this weekend, mate, and I'm gonna tell you why. Superior striker, Diego Lopes is a blockhead, cuz, let me tell you. This guy plods forward, throws the same combinations, rips big overhands, grabs at his neck. I think there is a possibility that Volk could get caught in a clinch situation and get hit with an uppercut and then hit with an overhand right. Diego Lopes is very fast. He has that touch of death type power, as we've seen in the Sadiq Youssef, Pat Sabatini, and Brian Ortega fights, really. Ortega got shut off and then turned back on, pause, with the left hook. When we look at this matchup, Volk is better when it comes to mixing up his strikes and mixing in takedowns. I don't think that he'll be able to mix in takedowns as successfully. I think he should keep this a stand-up fight, because Lopes could fluke a submission over him. That is a big worry for me, but then I also remember, Volkanovski being stuck in that guillotine against Brian Ortega, and the fucking triangle that he was then stuck in right after, and he escaped both times, right? And Volk is looking like he's in the best shape of his career, brother. Yeah, man, fuck. Do I go with the hype of Diego Lopes? I don't think I do. I don't think I'm going to have a fence-sitter take on this. I think I'm going to take Volkanovski by 5th round TKO. I think he's going to have a ground and pound TKO finish like he did against Yair, either in the 4th or 5th. I'm leaning more towards the 5th, though. I think he's a superior striker to Diego Lopes. I think Diego Lopes is pretty tough, but I think he will gas by the 3rd and 4th rounds and then maybe wake up in the 5th round. But I think by then, Volk will have won the 1st round or 2nd round, and then the 3rd and 4th rounds. Like, I think Volk is going to be able to cruise to a decision. Or, the alternate situation, Diego Lopes completely gasses out, and Volk takes him down and starts landing vicious ground and pound, and fucking gets the TKO. I could see that too, man. Big height difference in this matchup as well, big age difference. Volk is also very chinny now. Man. I just remember Topuria fucking turning this guy into Woody when Andy comes into the room, man. I remember seeing that shit and crying, bro. It's a very intriguing matchup. I'd like to see Volkanovski fight either Movsar Evloev or Patricio Pitbull next. Maybe Pitbull could fight Aaron Pico. And then we do Yair Rodriguez versus Diego Lopes if Yair wins his fight. Maybe do Ortega, Lerone Murphy. I'd like to see that. That'd be a cool fight. Josh Emmett could maybe fight fucking Gene Silva next. That'd be a sick fight. Anyway, this is a pretty good pay-per-view. I'd give this pay-per-view overall about like an 8 out of 10. Got some fights that I'm really excited for. Big implications in this main event. New champion after Ilia Topuria left. It's a big card, and I really hope you guys enjoy the fights this weekend. I know I will be enjoying them for sure. Let me know who you guys are picking. I'd love to read those in the comments. And yeah, enjoy the fights, boys. Later.